Okay, get this cap off. Well, I'm gonna need to pick up some more gas. It's been, well, I've needed to go through all this. No, you don't ever want your gas sitting for too long. Well, let's move this somewhere else. I just cleaned the inside of the engine casing. Forgot I put those in there. Dang it, where'd that other one go? I need that bolt. There it is. This is the ProMax 60 case that I split. Just got everything all cleaned up inside the cylinder and stuff because I'm going to be getting ready to do the rebuild. I've been waiting on parts for it though. Okay, there we go. There's a good spot that's going to stay relatively clean. So, another cheap Chinese chainsaw challenge. Well, it is, this is one that I hinted about in a couple different videos ago. Some shorts too. I talked about Lucas. Here it is. I really need to clean up this workbench. But Lucas Octane booster. But I've always kind of wondered if this stuff could improve gasoline performance in 2-strokes. It says, though, on the bottle, right there, for use in 4-stroke engines only. I'm going to take that as a suggestion, is what I'm going to consider that, a suggestion. They are suggesting that I only use it in 4-stroke engines. Now, do not do this in your stuff, because if it destroys it, quite frankly, you'll be quite mad. But, anyway, I went through all the calculations to figure out exactly how much of this I need for 500 milliliters of 2-stroke gas. And it'll actually be off a little bit because no, that's not 2-stroke oil. Where's my 2-stroke? There it is. It'll be off a little bit because after I add the oil to 25-to-1, there'll be a bit of a difference. So, just gonna go ahead and add the oil right now. Now, to really make sure we get this exact, I bought some droppers. My calculations came out that for 500 milliliters, it's 5.9 milliliters of Octane boost per 500 milliliters of gas. Because yeah, that's correct. I calculated it here for both a gallon and a pint. And a pint is 500 milliliters. So that's correct. So it says 5.9, but I'll probably just do 5. You know, there's no reason to overstress this, especially when it's not especially meant for this purpose. Five milliliters, there we are. Right there. If this works out, one of these bottles would last a long time. You know, that's not a whole lot, and this will only mix up 1 tank's worth of gas for that Chinese saw. So, there we go. That completes the gas mixture for tomorrow. I will go take the saw out tomorrow. I'll cut with some regular gas in it, and then I will move over and cut with this gas in it. Just to really kind of compare the two side by side. Okay. Today is the day that we are actually going to be testing the Octane Boost fuel. This is already filled with regular 25-to-1 gas, which is recommended to run in this saw. You know, gas with no octane boost in it. I do actually have a goal today. I gotta empty everything in this can. Now, this isn't octane boost, it's just I'm switching out gas cans. I have a different one I want to use. So I got to make sure that I use up all this fuel and oil today. But I got some comments about this saw, about what it is, and a lot more information about it than I was able to find before that video. So this is a Zinahoa. I don't know how to spell that. But it is a essentially a Red Max chainsaw. And Red Max, if you don't know, is owned by Husqvarna. Now, I don't think they have models that technically cross anymore. I know that there's always slight differences, but there are interchangeable parts for the most part. But I don't think there's any exact model cross for this to a Husqvarna. Well, got to that first tank of gas. Now it's time to refill with oil and the Lucas gas. And then I saved a large log that's off, well, not that large, but larger than what I was cutting. Well, not larger, it's the same size, I should say. Just about the same size. saved that for this test. That and all the lower trees. Because I actually pushed this saw pretty hard through all that. Smells like regular gas. One thing that you couldn't see yesterday in the video when I filmed it is that Lucas additive. It's actually quite oily. It is really quite an oily substance. On the package, it says that it helps upper cylinder lubrication. Which is, of course, of interest to me. You know, two strokes, you want that upper cylinder lubrication, as well as in the lower crank. So I'm not totally sure if that's going to actually affect anything here, but I would hope so. I mean, if it does, that's an extra plus. But yet again, this additive is not meant for two strokes. So we'll see what happens. Well, now I'm gonna have to go drag that back up the hill. Okay. I was saying, I didn't do that to try and get extra performance. I added that Lucas Octane boost to just improve the overall gas. I didn't really need a performance boost. I just wanted better quality gas from just putting an additive in, which isn't something that I would be able to tell short term, just like this. That's something that I would only be able to tell long term, you know, months and months and months. So look at this video as a starting point. But in a couple months, I'll take another video, see how it's doing. I don't think I'm going to do it in anything other than that saw because, again, don't know what the long-term damage will be. But so far, saw hasn't exploded. We'll see if the carburetor stays any good, but it said it was good for carburetors, so let's hope. But that's all for this video. Till next time.